In the headlines, e-tolling expected to come under the spotlight at a Cosatu shop steward meeting, and Minister Thulas Nxesi expresses concern regarding supply chain management in his department. With the news this hour, I'm NewsBreak9am. The controversial Gauteng e-tolling system remains under the spotlight. It's expected to be on the agenda as Cosatu in Gauteng convenes its second Provincial Shop Stewards Council in Thokoza on Gauteng's East Rand today. More than 2,000 shop stewards from all the affiliates of the Labour Federation will attend the Congress, which several alliance partners will address. Despite public outcry, the South African National Roads Agency Limited is adamant that the system will go ahead as planned on the 30th of this month. Business Unity South Africa has joined calls by Cosatu, the DA and other organizations to demand that the system be halted until several outstanding issues are resolved. Cosatu Provincial Secretary Dumisani Takile.
E-tolls must be scrapped and government must make sure that this particular e-tolls do not proceed. So that's the primary demand, and workers will then be able to say what other forms of action that they think are feasible and practical for us to take, given the current stalemate that we have with government.
The agency's CEO, Nazir Ali, has defended the system, saying it's an absolute necessity. Public Works Minister Thulas Nxesi says he is extremely concerned about problems regarding supply chain management procedures in his department. He was speaking at a meeting with department staff in Durban. Nxesi has admitted that there are serious problems of mismanagement in the department. He says it's rocked with allegations of corruption and fraud, particularly relating to the leases of new police headquarters worth 1.6 billion rands. Nxesi says at least 4,000 leases will be reviewed. Businessman Vito Palazzo has launched an urgent application in the Western Cape High Court in a desperate bid to stop his extradition to Italy. The man, who is linked to the mafia world, is asking the court to force the Home Affairs Department not to allow the extradition. Palazzo was arrested in Thailand last month. He's been living in South Africa for the past 2 decades but is wanted in his native Italy. The matter was heard in courts last night. The SABC's Nobibi Mantomela reports.
In a dramatic last-ditch attempt to stop Palazzolo's extradition, his lawyers headed to the court to ask South Africa to intervene. The 64-year-old has South African and Italian citizenship. A judgment was handed down, but parties involved in the matter declined to give details on the order. Palazzolo was arrested at Bangkok Airport, and the Hawks said that he's been under investigation for money laundering.
And staying with the courts, more details are expected today to be revealed in the Western Cape High Court on what will happen to the 2 alleged hitmen in the Annie Diwani honeymoon murder case. A new judge is expected to preside over the pre-trial conference. The SABC's Sarah Menkis reports.
Cape Judge President John Hlophe recused himself last week because he had sentenced a third accused, Zola Tongu, to 18 years in prison following a plea bargain agreement. Kholile Mngeni and Mziwa Madoda Kwabe are accused of murdering Dewani in Cape Town in 2010. The extradition of Dewani's husband, Shrin, who is accused of masterminding the murder, has been